Good morning, everyone. I'm officially on the road for another long-distance pet transportation gig. I've got about a 5-hour drive from Jacksonville down to Fort Lauderdale, and I'm going to be picking up a rescue dog that's coming in from the Bahamas, and then I will be driving him all the way to his new Furever home in Louisiana. I have a gut feeling that this is going to be a fun trip, so let's get down to Fort Lauderdale, pick Champ up from the airport. One question I often get is, how do I manage my entire business and all of my coaching clients and all of the other stuff that I have going on while I'm on the road so much? And to be quite honest, it's kind of crazy, but I make it work one way or another. And this is the perfect example here. So I had a Zoom meeting scheduled for today. So I just left an hour early this morning to make sure that I had time to pull over, get into the back seat of the car, turn on my hotspot, and still get the Zoom meeting done. So if there's a will, there is a way. All right, guys, say hello to Champ. This dude is so much fun. I just picked him up here at the Fort Lauderdale Executive Airport. This guy was in the rescue in the Bahamas for the last 2 years, getting passed up by families for 2 years. I can't believe it. After meeting this guy, he's got such a fun personality and he's a beautiful boy. So it just truly means the world to me to be the one to get to take him to his forever home. You know, seeing dogs get adopted and being the one to get to take them to their home is life-changing for me and for him. So this afternoon, we're gonna make the 5-hour drive back up to Jacksonville and we'll spend the night at my house. And then tomorrow we will make the 8-hour drive to his new home in Louisiana. Champ and I have officially made it to Jacksonville, and he is full of energy right now. He's super curious about where he is and what's going on. So we're going to get some good playtime in this evening. He really does just have such a cool personality so far. I mean, he's already starting to come out of his shell with me, and he's just a cool dude. I can't believe he was passed up for 2 years at the shelter down in the Bahamas. It's so sad. So any of you guys that are thinking about getting a dog, please adopt from shelters and rescues. Champ is the perfect example of a dog that needs a loving home. Champ and I had a great night together and we're about to hit the road now. We will have about 8 hours to get from Jacksonville, Florida to Slidell, Louisiana. So it's going to be a long day on the road for us, but I think Champ can handle it. And I am so excited to get him to his new family. Champ and I have been on the road for the last couple of hours, and we're now at a rest stop here outside of Tallahassee, Florida. We've been walking around and exploring, getting a little bit of energy out. He has been full of it this morning. He really needed to get a good walk in, so that's what we're doing right now. And you know, it's just, this gig has been incredible because I didn't know anything about Champ's story when I drove down there to pick him up yesterday. All I knew was that he was a rescue dog coming in from the Bahamas and going to his new home. And it wasn't until I met them at the airport that I found out that he had been in the shelter for 2 years and that he's missing a leg and all of this other stuff, how beautiful his personality is. It's just so meaningful to me to get to build this relationship with him and to share it with you guys. Champ and I just crossed into Louisiana and we only have about 45 minutes left of our drive. It's been a long day on the road for us, but we're getting excited. He is getting ready for some playtime with his new family, and I just couldn't be happier for him. I just dropped Champ off with his new dad here in Louisiana, and I didn't get any video of that. I was about to ask him if I could take a video with him, and I thought that might be a little bit awkward. But I am just so excited for Champ to finally be out of that shelter that he was in for 2 years, and now with a loving family. It truly is just so incredible, and I am just honored to have been the guy that got to transport him to his new life. I got to tell you, I do a good many of these pet transportation gigs
but they're usually for families that are moving, or they might be going on vacation and want their dog to be with them, but the dog can't fly. Situations like that. You know, I've never driven a rescue dog to his new life before until now. And it just made the whole drive so much more meaningful for me, and I know for Champ too. So it truly was an incredible experience. And if you guys are curious about supporting the rescue that he came from, it is called Potcakes in Progress, PIP, and they're down there in the Bahamas. I will put their information on the screen right now, and I will put their link down in the description below as well. All of that being said, if you are interested in my long-distance pet transportation services, I am fully USDA certified, I'm fully insured, and I have shared a lot of videos here on the channel showing how I go about it. You know, I only transport for one family at a time, and I do everything in my power to truly make it an experience, an enjoyable experience for the dogs in my care. So if you're interested, you could shoot me an email at doug@badtothebonepetcare.com, and I would love to help you get your babies from point A to point B. I'm Doug the Dog Guy, reminding you to stay positive.